Welcome to USB Hole, the podcast where we talk out of our asses. I'm Chill,
And I'm the child.
and today we're going to be talking about what we would do if we won the lottery. And someone won like 1 billion in the lottery and still hasn't come forward in Illinois, and it wasn't me, and I'm upset. So we're going to talk about what we would have done if we had won that money.
That was also not me.
I wonder who it is. I wonder if they did come forward because I feel like the news isn't talking about it anymore. But I want to know, like, maybe it was a relative because I used to live in Illinois and that would be cool.
Because you'd want to hit him up for money, or just because you think it'd be cool that someone you knew won?
I'd probably hit them up for a little money. I wouldn't be that person that's like, hey, can you give me money? And then they give me money and then I keep asking for money. I would just be like a one and done deal.
Okay.
I'm not like, give her an inch and she takes it a mile type of person.
In like 2018 or 2019, I don't remember which, but it was when I was still at my old job. A winning ticket for like 700 million was sold at one of the gas stations in the town where I worked. And everyone was like, hell yeah, because that means all that money is going to your economy. Like the store that sells the winning ticket gets like, I think it's $10,000 or $20,000, but that's a significant amount of money to go, even if you're cutting it in half because when you say you're paying 50% taxes, that's still a lot of money to your local economy. Well, it turns out the person who won that ticket was just here on vacation, so the only part of that money that went to our economy was the initial purchase of the ticket.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people are thinking with the one who won in Illinois because it happened right by the airport. So they're thinking that someone stopped there on their way to the airport and won it and then left. So
Yeah,
that
like
sucks.
spend that money here. We need some money in our economy.
Yeah. So I asked a bunch of people, not a bunch, because I don't have that many friends. So I asked like 5 people, what's the first thing they would do if they won the lottery? And every single person except one said a house. And I get it because we're all millennials and none of us can afford to fucking buy a house outright, especially one that we want. So I'm not surprised by it, but I kind of am because when you think about how long it takes to find the right house and stuff, I feel like I would buy some other large purchase beforehand, like a car.
I personally would never buy a house again. I bought
Why?
a house I bought a house when I was 22, and it just made me feel stuck in a location. And then anything that happens at the house, you have to take care of it, and it's like you have to always have, not that you always have to have money, but you buy the house, but then you need like a whole nother fund just for your repairs for your house, because let me tell you, something always fucking comes up. You
Well,
don't
that's
think
what
it
I'm
will, but it
saying.
will constantly.
Like if you're winning the lottery, especially if you win the 1 point whatever billion it was, even after taxes, you're still getting like 500 million. You could probably comfortably buy a house and not worry about that type of thing. Like I would buy 3 houses at least 3 houses. So I feel like 500 million is a lot of money.
3 houses for yourself or for different people?
No, that's just for myself.
Like vacation homes or
Yeah, like I would want one in a kind of cold climate, so maybe like Colorado, and then one in a warmer climate, so maybe California, and then probably one in Illinois, just so when I go back to like visit people, I don't have to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb or at one of their houses. Like I could have my own place. And you need to
like
like think about upkeep and stuff, but with 500 million, I can make that go far as shit.
well, I didn't ask other people what they would do because I prepared for the wrong episode. So
Oh, the
uh,
one person who didn't say house said a pontoon boat. So I
oh,
thought that was
nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad that, like, as millennials, that's the first thing we want to buy because none of us can afford to just outright buy a house that we want.
That's not the first thing on my list.
What's the first thing?
I would landscape my mom's yard for her and like pay for it to be upkeep. So she lives on like acres, and in the backyard during one of the hurricanes a few years ago, a few trees came down. Well, she wasn't physically able to do stuff because she had a hip replacement 2 years ago, or almost 2 years ago now. So she couldn't walk for years. Like she had a hard time. She had mobility issues and whatnot. So it just kind of became overwhelming. And then because of insurance in Florida and everything, it's just astronomical prices that companies want for you to come in to like remove trees. Even trees that are already down to the ground, they want $1,000 to cut up and haul away. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's insane. So it's like for just the one area of the yard, they wanted like $4,000
Jesus.
to like cut up and haul away these trees. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And like, yes, now my mom is more able bodied because she's had her surgery, but like that would just be a simple, easy, like, yeah, expensive for our everyday lives, but not expensive for someone who just won like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
To just pay to have all of that done and then just have landscapers come like every 2 weeks or whatever, because this is Florida and your grass grows like a fucking foot a day. Like even in the winter it never stops growing. But like there's fruit trees, there's all kind of trees, so it's like constantly something going on, and it would just be nice to like pay for landscaping and have it be done, because like some of the landscapers that like I've called to come out and give quotes is the same thing. Like even if they don't do the section like with those big trees or whatever, they still, it's still thousands of dollars just to even start the account, and it's just like a stupid headache that no one should have to deal with. So like
Yeah.
that's and she would not have to deal with it moving forward. So
exactly. And even like someone that's fully able-bodied to remove trees, that's a lot. Like
yeah,
I couldn't do it. I mean, where would I even get? I guess I could buy a chainsaw. That'd be kind of fun.
But I mean, they're like Florida scrub oaks. Like you have to have some heavy duty ass chainsaws. So it's not like something that I could do myself. Like I have a chainsaw that cuts like a 3-inch branch, but like these are like 3 feet around, and I get it that like, you have to pay and there's labor involved and whatever, but like normal everyday homeowners don't have $4,000 for you to cut up a couple fucking trees that are already on the ground. I get if you have to like take them down because, it might fall on someone or fall on the house, but like just to cut up a tree that's already on the ground, that's insane.
Yeah, there's not even really the danger associated with taking down a full tree either. So you're not paying like heavy on that insurance. Yeah. But whatever. So the very first thing I think I would do is get a lawyer and a financial advisor, because I don't want to be one of those idiots who like doesn't realize they're running out of money until it's too late, and I don't want to have to ever work again. So I want obviously retirement, and then I'd pay off my student loans, because fuck the government getting all this insurance. Sorry, FBI agent watching me on my camera right now, but I don't want to give them any more than I have to. So those are the two first things, and they're kind of boring, but like, I don't know. Student loans is a huge purchase for me, and I don't know. I would definitely do those before a house.
Those are your like responsible financial responsibilities.
Yeah, but it would definitely be first, just to get it over with and get it done with. Like, do all the shitty stuff first and then have fun.
Yeah. So like I'm frugal as shit, so like that wouldn't be a concern for me to like, oops, someone was out of money. Like these people who win the lottery and then they're like bankrupt in a year because they just go out and buy ridiculous stuff. Like that's not me. It doesn't matter how much money I have. Like I'm not splurging.
Well, that's why I'm getting the financial advisor, because even though I'm also cheap, like I don't know how to invest and I don't know how to make money on investments. So I need someone to do it for me, because I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, well, plus, you're planning on buying houses and stuff, so that's something that you definitely want to be prepared for.
Yeah, like
you're
where do I put all this
larger
money?
Purchases. Yeah. I won $1,000 on a radio show one time. So like, it was $10.99, so I wound up having to pay like $70 in taxes. So like, I went down and I got my check. Went down to the radio station, got the check, and like me and my friend, I was like, all right, we're gonna go shopping. I need to get some new clothes. I don't have anything nice. blah blah whatever. And I was thinking I was like maybe 19 or 20. So I like went out with the intention. I budgeted myself $500 of that $1,000 because I was like, it's essentially free money. Like I didn't do anything for it. I shouldn't feel guilty. I wound up spending like $50 because I just couldn't. I'm like, no, I can't. I'd rather just save it than buy the clothes. And I'm like, I need clothes. And I'm like, no, let's go to Ross or like some like discount stores because I was like, fuck that. I'm not spending that kind of money on clothes. I
That's
couldn't do
funny.
it.
I would
couldn't
also
imagine me.
probably like go online like Amazon, be like, oh, $100, that's it, done.
Yeah, Amazon didn't exist yet, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't imagine myself having like $500 million to be allowed to spend. I'd be like, all
I
right,
know.
let me get a value meal. Roll up at Wendy's and get a 4 for $4.
I could finally afford an actual meal at Wendy's.
Yeah.
I think I would also take care of going to like the doctor and dentist first because my teeth are straight up fucked. And in order to fix my whole mouth, it's going to cost like $30,000. And so just the thought of that keeps me from going to the dentist. So it's just like a loop, a bad
Probably
loop.
making it worse.
Oh, definitely making it worse. So then it's going to be like $50,000. So that would be the first thing I do. Like, just fuck me up, fam. I'm just spending 2 whole days just getting everything worked on and then be done with it.
Like further down my list, yeah, I could go for a teeth cleaning. I do like the way it feels when you leave the dentist after getting your teeth cleaned.
I don't. My gums bleed everywhere and they fucking use that pick and they're just like, ugh. It makes me want to barf thinking about it.
Really?
I think
I just
it's
love how
more of
smooth.
it's like a sensory thing. Like, I like the smoothness afterwards, but the picking and stuff literally
Yeah.
makes me gag.
I'm obsessed with flossing my teeth. Like I literally have right here. Sorry, I'm moving my camera around. Like this
Oh my
kind of
God.
dental pick. I use that fucking
Ugh.
thing every day on my teeth. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
That's making me want to puke thinking about it.
Sorry. But I have a lot of gaps in my teeth, so if I don't floss and do that, then I'll have so much buildup because there's just so much space for stuff to go. So
Well, that's why I have so many problems because I have zero gaps in my teeth. Like, they all keep pushing forward. And so stuff gets stuck in there and it's almost impossible to get out. So then I get cavities because shit is just sitting in there. And it's like, I try so hard to get stuff out and it doesn't.
if you gotta
I
get
can't
yourself a
even.
pick, get a
Ugh.
water pick.
I have one,
Oh.
but it's not. It's so tight here. Like, if you're not watching the video, you can't see, but the front two
Moist.
teeth are overlapping. Like, it's so tight.
Yeah, I don't
That's what
have
she
that
said.
problem.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have opposite problems here.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you could put like a whole fucking football team through my front teeth. No, it's not that bad, but yeah.
What is like one splurgy thing you would do?
Um, like a real, like the one realistic thing that I would 100% want to do, or just like something nonsensical.
Something nonsensical that you as a cheap person would be okay doing.
I would get some new shoes. I have ridiculous amounts of shoes, but there's like certain types that I really like, and they're just like harder to find. I hate wearing shoes to begin with, but like I like reef sandals. I feel like they're super comfortable, but I only like specific kinds of reef sandals, and the kind that I like are so hard to find. And they're like $45, and I feel like $45 for a pair of sandals is a lot of money.
It's not.
For me, it is. So especially because
I
I
thought you were
don't
gonna
use
say they're
it.
like $500.
No, they're like $45. They're fucking flip flops, dude. People pay like $5 for flip flops. This is Florida, okay? So, yeah, I don't know. So I'd probably buy a couple pair of those.
I feel
Because we
like
just like
buying
things.
shoes is a good thing to do, like spending a little more money on shoes because I've worn the wrong shoes before, and especially at work when you're standing 12 hours a day, and my back is just royally fucked up from that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would just be something I would do if I just like had more money or like a higher income where I didn't care as much about how much money I spent. Not necessarily what I would do if I won like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, once I started making more money, I did spend a little more on things like shoes and stuff I like sleep on just because I want to avoid those like long-term ramifications of not doing that. But if you don't have the money, like I still buy cheap shoes. I mean, I have Old Navy flip-flops from like 10 years ago.
So that's what I'm talking about. You probably paid like $2 for them.
Yep.
The like the 2005 color wall where you just had like those dollar sandals that were
Yes.
in every color. Yeah, that's
But
not the
they
kind of shoes
hurt.
yeah, that's not the kind of shoes I wear. I did have a lot of those back in 2005 though, but
I don't wear them anymore. They fucking hurt. I think the
cut up your
first thing,
toes.
yeah, I think the first thing I would do if I had all that money, this is still kind of like a need, but also more of a want because doctors won't cover it. It's more like cosmetic surgery, but I would get a boob job, 100%. Just because, I mean, I've had giant boobs since I was like 13. In middle school, the girls asked me to jump up and down to see if they were real. And I was like, why the hell would my boobs not be real? I'm 13 years old. Like, you think we're made money? But just gravity over time and the pure size of them and everything, I want lifted and reduced. And I think that would make, again, my back feel better and just life in general better. But because I haven't gone to the doctor for like back issues and stuff, it wouldn't be covered under insurance right now. So I
Yeah, that
definitely
would
have to
be a good
splurge
thing.
on that.
I had a friend who their mom's friend won the Canadian lottery and he paid for her, her mom, and her mom's other friend to just all get boob jobs just because he had the money. He was like,
I
"You want
mean,
a
why
boob
not?
job?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like 19 or 20. She was like, "Heck yeah." So she got her boobs done. She was like, "It was free. Why not?"
Yeah, I mean, there's a stigma behind it, but I don't really give a shit what people think. And especially for the fact that, I mean, I don't care if people do it for cosmetic reasons either. Like, do what you want to do. But
Your
I'm,
body, your choice.
yeah, I'm doing it mostly medical reasons and just because they're gross. So deal with it.
That would, I think that would be another thing that I would do if it were more like just I had a more of like a ridiculous disposable income and not necessarily what I would do with like a lump sum. Just because like the one thing that I really want to do and the only way I could do it would be like to win the lottery like that. So I like want to save all of my money for that.
Yeah, I mean, if I start making more money living, I do have a decent income, but living in California, it's basically not a good income. But if I started making like twice as much as I make now, I would definitely look into it, maybe even put money aside for it, just because it does affect my life. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, gravity has taken hold and it hurts.
Yeah. Another friend of mine, she got hers done. It was only like $6,000 and they looked really good.
Really?
She had no boobs her whole life and she was like I want to say she was like 40-ish when she got them done. And she went up to D's. Yeah, they looked really good. Didn't even
Should I
look
go
fake.
to should I go to Tijuana?
No, probably not. I don't know. She
Oh,
got those done in South Carolina. So,
oh, okay.
yeah,
That's not
but
too bad.
I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, $6,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money. To
Not
me
for
right
like
now, it is. But for something like that, it doesn't seem like it's that bad.
and saving up over time, like just give yourself a deadline.
Yeah.
I think it would be, I mean, wearing bras hurts and it sucks. And I just don't want it to pull on my shoulders anymore. I think it's mostly
Yeah.
shoulder pain, not just back pain. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'll move past boobs. I want to go into what I would do if I bought a house, like my main house, and what I would put in it. So I don't go out a lot. Everyone probably knows that already. I have no friends. So I spend most of my time in my house. So if I win the lottery, I want my house to be cool as fuck. So I would definitely put a hidden library just because I think that's the most fun thing ever. Like you have a little weird door and it's hidden and you want to get into the library and then it's just a huge library because I hate getting rid of things because I guess I'm a hoarder and I like can't get rid of books after I read them even though I have no room for them. So I would just want a big old library to just shove them into. And then my boyfriend works for a gym and is a personal trainer, so we would obviously have a gym because it's cheaper than having a gym membership in the long run, so whatever. And then we would have an outdoor
That seems
pool
like an
because
odd reason. I feel like the reason would be because like Eddie would really enjoy having a home gym and like he could even train clients in the gym rather than
true.
going somewhere else. And you're like, it's cheaper in the long run.
Well, also I don't like going out, so I don't go to gyms. So I think it would force me to work out more, even though I have weights behind me right now and I don't use them. So probably not. I would want an outdoor pool because indoor pools gross me out. Have you ever seen people who have indoor pools and then their whole inside of their house is just humid?
Yep.
That's so gross. And I know you can get like filters and things so that it doesn't cause mold and everything, but just the thought of that grosses me out so much. So I want an outdoor pool.
When my sister and my brother-in-law had first started dating, he lived with some friends and they rented a house and literally you walked in the front door and like where the living room was, there was an in-ground pool with a waterfall and like a bridge over it. But it was like literally like it wasn't like in your back area that was closed in because of the weather, because mind you, this is Florida. Most people's pools are outside. This was literally the living room.
That's
It was
so
the
gross to me.
weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen, but that house was super humid and smelled like chlorine.
Ugh, see, I
Yeah.
can't do that. And I know some people have like huge houses with huge back rooms that are like how an indoor pool would be at like a rec center or something. It's closed in,
Yeah.
like you can't feel it outside of that room, but it still grosses me out. I would also want a cat cafe because I'm a weird cat lady.
This is
And
inside your house?
yeah,
Oh.
so I love coffee and I love cats, so it's the perfect mix. But also, I would want, like, people want dog farms and stuff. Why can't I have a cat farm, but in my house? So,
Cat cafes are a thing. I just thought it was odd that it was in your house because wouldn't it just be you drinking coffee with a bunch of cats? Or are
yeah,
people gonna come to your house to drink coffee?
no,
Oh, it's just you and your cats?
yeah. And I
Okay.
mean, it's like someone who just fosters a lot of cats. I mean, I could have an adoption thing set up, but I don't know if I could get rid of them. I can't even get rid of books. Like, you think I could just let a cat go? So that'd be all my cats. And then I would want some personnel, like not round the clock, but I want someone to make food for me because I hate cooking and I hate going out. So I want someone to make me food. And then I'd probably have a personal driver because I also hate driving. And come to think of it, I think I'm agoraphobic. So anything that stops me from having to leave the house and drive is great. So like having a stylist come by, like do my hair and shit. I don't know, someone to clean. I got all this money, might as well use it. And I've paid them all well, so that'd be my house. If anyone wants a cat, don't hit me up because I'm not getting rid of them.
What kind of aesthetic are you gonna have in the house?
I want every room to be something different. I'm one of those people that want like different themes in different rooms. But I don't want the original, like, oh, this is a beach theme and this is like a jungle theme. I want something super abstract and like galaxy and
Can you have
weird.
like one room like this room is like a Twilight theme?
Yeah,
Like Twilight the
the
vampires, not like
movie?
Twilight the time of day. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Come on.
What
You can't
purpose
have,
does that serve?
I don't know, you got cats everywhere.
Yeah, because I like cats.
Are the cats gonna be everywhere or are they just gonna be in the cat cafe room?
No, it's just going to be a cat cafe. It's going to be like a whole floor, though. They're going to have room to roam.
If somebody comes to your house to visit, will there be cats everywhere that they're visiting?
Not if they don't want them to.
But
I'm
will
gonna
they
keep
have
them
been
on that
there?
floor. Like they
Okay.
will not go to.
So
They'll
like
be
if
on the
I
top
come
floor.
over, so like if I come over, will there be a place I could go that's not gonna have cat everywhere?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
I'm gonna have a special cleaner for the top floor, and it's going to be strictly top floor. That person will make it so it doesn't smell like cat pee because that's gross. And it's
I
just going to
just
be
need to
fun.
know. I just need to know that the cats aren't going to be walking on the counters if I come over to eat. That's
No,
all I care
ew.
about. I don't like when people let their cats walk on the counter
The
because
upstairs will not have a kitchen and they will not have free reign of the whole house. It'll be a giant top floor.
okay,
But
and
they're
then you can
cats,
have
they'll want to
coffee
get
with you.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, and then they'll just like cut you every time you try and go
yeah.
near.
Cats don't cut. I've never had a
I'm
cat just
kidding.
randomly cut me.
Oh, my cousins had some dick ass cats. You couldn't even get into the hallway because they would just come attack you for trying to walk into the hallway.
Well, actually, my mom's cats do that, but I, the only reason he attacked me was because I was petting him and then I like fell over. So I grabbed what he was sitting on and it scared the shit out of him. So he swiped at me, but he is a dick cat. He'll attack other people.
How'd you fall over petting the cat?
Because I was squatting and I have
Oh,
terrible balance.
oh. The cat didn't knock you down the stairs.
No.
That's a callback from a previous episode. If you want to check that out, injury stories.
I'm sure they would love to, but they didn't.
I don't know.
Is there anything special you would want in?
Yeah,
I guess you're staying in your current house, it sounds, but you can add stuff.
no, I mean I might move, but I wouldn't buy a house. Is all I'm saying.
So you would rent?
Fuck yeah, man! I would rent a condo in a fucking old lady neighborhood, like an old people
Ew,
neighborhood. That's
I
what I would
hate
do.
people. Like my house is
No,
gonna be in the middle of fucking nowhere. And not the middle of nowhere. I want like civilization to be drivable, but like 15 minutes out.
yeah, I would chill in a freaking senior neighborhood. Also, I would want to live on my farm, but it doesn't mean I had to buy it.
What farm?
No, I want to have a farm
Oh,
with my
okay.
money, with my big purchase money.
I mean, you
Um,
don't have to live on the farm. You can just visit the farm
well, like,
daily.
the number one thing that I would want to do if I won like obnoxious amount of money in the lottery, like I said, the first thing I would do would take care of my mom's yard. But like the number one thing that I want to do is I want to open an animal sanctuary called Terrace House, and I would make it like farm because that way it can have large animals too, like livestock, not just like cats and dogs. Um, and it would just be like a huge, giant, multi-acre farm that was a no-kill shelter with its own in-house vet, so that they could take care of all the animals. And just we would just rescue animals all day, all kinds.
So like
And
my
like,
cat cafe, but on a bigger scale.
yeah, and other animals, not just cats.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by
But I
bigger
probably
scale.
wouldn't deal with the cats because, like, I'll pet a cat, but I'm not really into cats.
Well, if you
But I
win the
will still save
lottery,
them all. Yeah.
I could come over and live with the cats, and then I
Oh,
could
hell
take care of
yeah.
the cats, and you don't have to.
Hell yeah. But I would have like a staff. Like, I would have people who come. There could be like volunteers that just come to play with the animals again, their outside time. But I'd have like, vet techs and people who are like know what they're doing with animals, to come and
Yeah,
take care of them. Like a
I
full
couldn't do the
staff.
vet tech shit. I'll just hang out with the cats.
Yeah. No, that's my life dream. It's like the number one thing that I want to do with my life, but it requires a lot of money. And then
Well, I
like,
mean, we're going off of the 500 million, so I think you have plenty to
yeah,
work with.
yeah. And then like I would start a nonprofit that way there would continue to be money coming in. So once that 500 million ran out, there'd still be money to help the animals,
Yeah,
continuous thing.
that's what
Cause
I was
like,
gonna do too. I was gonna
yeah,
start like my own charity, just because there's so many charities out there already that like you never know if what they're doing is right, and you never, I mean, you could see where the money is going and stuff, but for an average person who's donating, they don't really look that deep into it. So I would want a charity that like none of the proceeds just go in my pocket, and
yeah,
like people know where their shit is going, even if it's to a bunch of different places, because I would want like one thing and then something about animals, something about like ALS, something because my grandma died of that, and like a bunch of different things, and then like be really transparent about it.
Yeah, so people were more comfortable donating because they know where their money's going.
Right.
Can I name drop a charity?
Yeah.
Or well, it's not a charity, but it's a not for profit animal house in Florida. It's called the Runaways Animal Sanctuary. I know that we do have some listeners that are local to me that will know where that is. So like, if you want to donate some, not even money, you can donate food or anything. They do have online support, or you can go in person. I rescued some cats like a year or so ago, and I could not find a single place that would take them because it was kitten season and everything is overrun. Well, the cats, there was a total of 9. They had 9 kittens plus the 2 cats. So that place took all 11 cats for me. And like I donated some money to them from the business to, just to thank them because I can't take care of that many cats. And plus, um, someone in my house is highly allergic to cats. So I couldn't even bring them inside to try to help them. So like, that place is doing really good things in this local area. Like obviously the SPCA is really great too, but then you have the same thing. All of the money, you might not know where it's going. I'm not saying anything bad about the SPCA, but there's still paid positions at
Right.
companies like that. And the animals runaway or the runaways. Fuck, now I don't remember what the name of it is. I could be giving out the wrong damn name. I think it's called the Runaways. Now
What
that I
you
can
should
think of it.
do
Yeah, the
is
Runaways Animal Rescue.
you should send that to Leisha at Leisha Beats Studios because she is always looking for small, very small charities that don't get enough money to run for the Glitter for Good campaign. So if you buy necklaces and stuff from her campaign, which we always link in the description of this, if you want to go purchase, she's always looking for small charities that could really use the help.
Yeah, and that was, it was the Runaways Animal Rescue was the correct name, and they're 100% not for profit.
And I mean, even places like a PSA, even places that do pay their people can call themselves non for profit as long as the rest of the proceeds go back into the business. So also check how much some of these places, CEOs and stuff, are getting paid because sometimes they'll do that. They'll say, like, oh, we're non for profit. We just pay people to like work here. But then the CEO is getting paid like $1 million a year. And it's ridiculous. So
Yeah,
do your research before donating.
yeah, definitely.
That's our PSA for today. So I also would obviously donate some of my money to like family and stuff, but I would do it specific because I just know how people are. And I'm not saying my family is like this. I wouldn't know because I haven't won the lottery, but people, nasty sides of people come out when people win a lot of money. So I would for sure pay for my nephews to go to whatever colleges they wanted. Um, and my nephew actually started college today, I think. That makes me feel
Aww.
so old. Like, he was born when I was 13 years old and now he's going to college. Like, that's crazy. But I would also buy houses for like my mom, my dad, my brother and sister-in-law, like just to set them up so that they don't have to worry about that and can spend their money elsewhere. But I would at the very minimum do that for them. I also put on this.
Oh, from Leisha's collection?
Yeah, I could put it in the video for Glitter for Good. Check it out.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about before. The link in the description of all the episodes.
Yeah, I got a bracelet and I have a necklace, but she's got like earrings and all other cool stuff, and it's all got glitter in it from Brandon Ferris, who is a YouTuber. So if you want some of his stuff that he touched, buy
All
some
the
jewelry.
individual glitter pieces.
Yeah.
That giant glitter bomb, right? That's what that's from?
Yeah, he did another one. So now she has like multicolored glitter and purple glitter. So
Mm.
options.
She also makes some other really cool jewelry. I was checking out her website.
Yeah, Britney Spears talked about her on Instagram a couple weeks ago because she made the toilet paper earring jewelry that got like super popular during the pandemic.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. I like the little coffee bean ones she has
Oh
too.
yeah, that was super cute.
Yeah.
If I could take my earrings out of my ear, I would buy some, but
We
I
need to
can't.
just make a video of you cutting them out.
Oh, I'm planning on it when I do it. I have the wire cutters and everything. I've just been too scared to do it.
Bring
Oh
with you
my
to Mythicon
God.
and I'll just stuff them right
Your
out for you.
door is opening by itself.
Ah!
I'm so scared right
Fucking
now.
Audrey.
That was
The door.
terrifying to watch.
I didn't even notice it.
I know you were
No.
talking and I was like, stop, no.
It wasn't closed all the way and the AC kicked on.
Oh, that happens to
Yeah.
me. Like it'll slam
Yeah.
shut and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I realized the AC turned on.
Yeah, luckily mine doesn't do that, but so
Yeah.
yeah. That actually was not a ghost this time. This is logical. But I also when I closed it, I didn't close all the way. I just pushed it in a little bit.
Imagine
But
if
that
that would have
does,
happened on the ghost episode. I would have
yeah.
flipped my shit.
Whatever is right there though, that looks a little creepy.
That's so creepy. When it opened up, that's why I freaked out because I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's a door in the living room.
Like it's giving me creeps that it's gonna like run up here into the camera and scare the
No,
shit out of me like a
don't
jump
even
scare.
fuck it. Oh god, I fucking hate jump scares. I would never do that to you. No, that's another door. Like I'm turning and I'm looking and there's nothing there. It's just a door.
Okay. Still a little creeped out, but that's
I'm
okay.
sorry. Do you want me to go close this door?
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
So
I'll just
anyway,
stop
I'll use
looking there.
my lotto money to change out the doors because I hate these doors
Okay,
anyway. They're brown and they're so ugly.
I'm into that.
Nothing against brown stuff. They're that old Florida style, like everything. I don't know how to
I
describe
know
it. It's
exactly
like
what you're talking about.
yeah, it's like not even particle board. Like you try to paint it and it will just suck up like 7 gallons of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're
I
not
used to have
standard
those.
size doors, so you can't just go to freaking the hardware store and get a new one and change it out because
You have to like
you have to
order
special
them.
order them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they've not been changed out. So there we go. Add that to the list of things that I'll do frivolously with my
Change
lotto
out my
money.
mom's doors. If
Yeah.
you do like buy a house or rent somewhere or whatever, would you stay in Florida or would you go somewhere else?
Um, I that's a tough one. I don't know. I as much as I don't want to live in Florida, like I love my niece so much that like I wouldn't want to be that far away from her. But if I had a job where I could just like fly here anytime I wanted to, or like fly her up to see me, then I would maybe live somewhere else.
Yeah, I went away to college when my nephew was super young, but it was only like an hour away. So like
Yeah,
when
that's
I
not
would
bad.
come, except for once I came back, this was so sad, and he didn't remember who I was. And I was
Oh
like, oh my God, and he must have been like 3 or something. I don't know,
no.
but
Yeah.
that made me sad.
But it's just like I mean, FaceTime is such a blessing, especially even though like even when they're young, like my mom might be talking to my sister on FaceTime, or like I'll be talking to my sister on FaceTime, and then like Nina will hear my voice and she'll be like, Trissa! And it's just really cute because she gets excited. But then like when she's here, like when she comes to the house, like just, little snuggles. Like you can't get a little snuggle through the internet.
Yeah, just wait until she
So
doesn't want to snuggle people anymore and then she can leave, because
and
that
then I
time will
can move.
come.
Yeah.
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 And
Oh yeah,
once
I've
they're
heard.
older and they know how to use technology and stuff, it makes it so
Yeah.
much easier to connect.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would like to live somewhere else because Florida's hot and gross and I don't really like it. But I mean, it has its advantages. Like it has its perks,
It's a nice
but
place
I
to
would,
visit.
yeah, I'd probably like do the whole maybe two houses thing, like two locations, like a condo somewhere else. That way I can go to two. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or just do a
where,
whole lot of traveling.
yeah, I was gonna say I would like to do a lot of traveling, like hiking, mountain climbing, go to different countries, but like I like knowing that I have somewhere to come home to.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick one state to live in, which one would it be?
It'd probably still be Florida.
If you had to pick a second state to live in, which one would it be?
I don't know. I mean, I've lived in New York, Florida, South Carolina, Colorado, and I always wind up coming back to Florida. So there's something about this gross state that just draws me back to it.
But you said you might
Um,
have two houses, so where would you put the other one?
yeah.
In Florida? Both of them?
Maybe like in the woods of Missouri, like in the mountains.
Oh.
I looked at like 2 years ago, I looked at buying a horse farm in the mountains of Missouri, but by the time the realtor got back to me, it was already under contract. Sad face. Yeah, it was really cute. It was just it was just like a 2 bedroom house, but it was like on 20 acres, and like the whole farm part was already there, and it had like horse trails, and like when you went into town, it took 30 minutes. It was a 30-minute drive to get to town, but it was like the cutest little downtown. Like, oh my god, it was like straight out of a Hallmark movie.
See, that's the perfect situation for like a second house.
Yeah,
Because my regular house, I want to still be kind of close enough to a bigger town so I can like get shit done and do a
yeah.
lot of stuff. But like a second house, I just want it to be like don't talk to me, but also cute.
Yeah.
But you said you don't like the Florida weather. I feel like Missouri's not much better.
It's cold there in the mountains, like in the Ozarks.
Yeah, but it's still humid as shit.
It's snowy and cold and not Florida humidity. When I lived in
I
South Carolina, the humidity was actually worse than Florida.
really,
Yeah.
I just feel like now any humidity makes me want to punch somebody. I'm over it. Like it'll be 30% humidity and I'm like, ew, why is it so sticky out?
You can use your lottery money to get a dehumidifier that's like a backpack that you carry around
Yes,
with you, and it's like a little bubble around
a
you, and it
hundred
just like,
percent.
yeah. Not to put a house on, but with my lottery money, I would also in like multiple states, I would buy up like undeveloped land, like depending on the pricing, the different area, because I wouldn't want to blow through all the money, but be able to save more of it, like 200 acres or like 50 acres somewhere if there's a little bit more of just like undeveloped land and just leave it undeveloped. That is like a big thing that bothers me. And I know that
Yeah.
like, oh, we're growing and the world is growing and like you have to develop more for more stuff, but like the area where I live now has gone from me being like literally telling people I lived in the woods or like in Nowheresville to like everything is torn down in its neighborhoods. And it's I'm not even exaggerating when I say that you can get onto like the main road and you can see like 7 car washes. And every time you see a sign for new construction or you see a new part of like a small like parcel that's been cleared out, there's a sign that either says car wash or storage unit. I don't understand what it is. Like I'm missing something, or there's some kind of conspiracy going on with car washes and storage units in Florida right now. They're going up everywhere, just constantly like tearing down trees and putting in car washes. What? How are you washing your car so much? And
Doesn't
how
it
are
rain a
five?
bunch in Florida? What's the point
Yeah,
of
which is
washing your car every day?
well, because then you get like the rain nastiness on your car. So like I get wanting to wash your car, but how do you have 5 car washes next to each other and have them all stay in business?
I don't get that. That happened in Illinois too. Like I would drive down a main road, like it'd be like Route 64, and all along that road, all I would see is fucking car washes and coffee. That was it
Well,
for
give us some
miles.
coffee. We don't have coffee.
Yeah, I
Just
like the
car washes
coffee.
and storage units. And like
And mattress firms. Why the fuck are there so
mattress
many
firms.
mattress firms?
But they're in like the amount of housing developments that have been going in has just been insane. And like we have areas that are like that started construction that the projects were shut down on, or we have like old buildings that are like dilapidated that need to be torn down and like rebuilt. But because the zoning, and now I'm getting on my fucking high horse here. The zoning and the taxes and everything to take an existing location and turn it into something else costs so much more than buying an empty plot of land and tearing down trees and building that same thing, that we're just cutting down more trees. And then we have these other vacant lots and the dilapidated buildings that aren't doing anything with, but we're cutting down more trees. And this, like I said, this used to be a highly wooded area with a lot of wildlife. The wildlife has nowhere to fucking go, so you're constantly seeing dead animals in the road because these deer and bears have nowhere to go. Like, I shouldn't be driving down the road and then there's a coyote in a business parking lot because the woods are gone where it used to live with his family. Like, there's so much space that's already been cleared. Why do we have to clear out more space?
Yeah,
This is a whole nother episode of me just fucking ranting about this.
I mean, I definitely feel you because that's all of California. I mean, I told you the other day, I almost ran over a fucking coyote at 7:45 in the morning just crossing the street.
Yeah. 2 buildings down from where my store is, there used to be a restaurant there. It was there for like 40 years and then it closed. Well, like 5 years ago, they tore it down and it's just been a vacant lot for 5 years. Well, like 2 months ago, there was a construction crew there in the morning, and then by the afternoon, it was completely cleared out, like the overgrowth and stuff, and just like already tilled out and flattened with new fresh sand and everything. And now there's already a building built there. It's a fucking like 5-minute quick change oil change. They paid, because I look up the property appraisers on fucking everything around here because I'm obsessed with that. They paid $600,000 for that lot. Okay. And then now they're building this oil change place. So however much money it costs to build the building. And there's like 5 other oil change places within a mile radius.
That's so weird.
And it's like it's the quick change. So it's like a $25 to $50 price range for oil change. How are you having that much revenue? Like, you're really your turnover rate's gonna be that high that you're gonna make a profit after you just shelled out, I would like at least $700,000 for this? Like, you're gonna make that money back so fast?
I don't understand it.
When there's all these other oil change places that have better quality oil because they're, you know what I mean? And then we actually have local small businesses that do oil changes here. Like, who's coming to get their 5-minute quick change from you when they can get the 5-minute quick change but fucking not even a half a mile down the road? I don't get it. Like, why are, like, all of these chain places, like, putting so many of the same thing up? I don't get that. I know I said I was going to get off of it, and then I just got right back on it again.
When I lived in DeKalb, we had, that was the Mattress Firm thing. I was like, they are either summoning demons or they have a front, because they were all Mattress Firm, but they were all within half a mile of each other. 2 of them were across the street. I don't know.
Like, you're competing against yourself to sell mattresses?
I don't understand. One of them finally went under when I lived there, but it was there for like years.
I'm using my lotto winnings to rally against the construction and more fucking of the same buildings over and over again.
It's insane. And out here, you don't see that a lot because LA is more like small business friendly. Like, most people would rather visit a small business than a chain. So, like, around me, there's not a lot of chains.
Yeah.
There's, like, McDonald's and there's Taco Bell, but that's basically it.
Yeah.
But even then, like, there's still some mattress stores and, like, discount furniture stores that I never see anybody in, ever.
But they somehow manage to stay open, and you know that rent is so high.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of opening businesses, would you open your own business if you won the lottery, or like keep your business open, or would you just completely scrap that?
If I won the lottery, I'd keep the business open that I have, but I would move into the expansion that I want for it, and then I would
like hire people
to run it. Yeah, rather than me having to be there all the time.
That's exactly what I would do, because I wouldn't mind owning a business, but owning a business, especially when you don't have a lot of funds, you have to work there all the time. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I just want to drop in.
Yeah. Well, and like with mine, because it's a trades business, you can't just hire anyone who wants a job. Like, you might be a super hardworking, great employee, But if you don't have that trade skill, then you're not like it's not useful for me to be able to hire you. And that's my biggest issue with hiring really, like reliable people. So if I had, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars,
Yeah,
even
because you have to
hundreds of
pay
thousands
more
of
for that
dollars,
skill.
yeah, I could hire someone, I could hire better employees or more employees because I could outreach and find the ones that are worth the money
Right.
because I don't pay minimum wage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd like to pay even more than what I do pay, but I can't afford to. So, but I'm not gonna hire somebody who's worth, $100 an hour and then not be able to pay them that and pay them less because I want to pay someone what they're worth.
Right. And even if like the business isn't doing great, if you have all that money, you could still afford to pay people. Like you don't really have
Yeah,
to worry about that too much.
yeah.
I think I would want to open like a donut and weed shop for some reason. Like I don't even smoke weed and I don't, I guess, do weed at all, edibles, none of
You
that.
don't do weed. That's
Well,
what
what else? What do you
my aunt
say?
always said that. She's like, "Oh, is she doing her weed again?"
I used to make fun of people who said that when like smoking was really the only option, but now that there's edibles, like what do you say? Eat weed? That's weird.
I don't know.
Exactly.
She doesn't do her weed. Is she doing that marijuana?
Like I used to make fun of people for saying that all the time because it sounds stupid, but now that edibles are like so prevalent, I'm like, well, now what do I say? I don't know.
I don't
So
know.
I'm
I
sticking
feel
with
like I
doing
still wouldn't
weed,
say do weed.
but I'm not smoking it.
Do drugs. I don't know. It's not a drug.
Whatever.
Ooh,
But
it's
I feel
thundering so
like
loud.
a donut and weed combo is an amazing combination. And I don't know if you could sell food at weed shops, like actual non-THC food. I guess I can make weed
I
donuts
don't see why
too.
not, as long as you get the right licensing. You just need
Right.
a food license and a marijuana
Weed
license.
license. Yeah. So I would make some infused donuts, but some regular. So in case you don't do weed, you can still have donuts. But
I
I
mean,
think that'd be
could you
fun.
also do like if you opened the donut place in like a recreational state where the law is up to you and like as long as you're over 21, you just bring your own weed in and you do your weed while eating. They do their own weed like a BYOW.
There are weed cafes in California, so yes, you can do that.
Yeah, so they bring their own weed and eat your donuts.
But I want to sell the weed too.
Oh,
I mean, Eddie kind of wants to be a bud tender, so that could be like his side job. That's what he
one
wants as a
side,
side job.
one side of the building be the cat cafe and the other side be the weed cafe.
Well, I was gonna have one
But
be
it's
like the
donuts.
weed cafe, like have the donut shop on one end, and then have the weed cafe on the other, and have like sell coffee and stuff.
Oh, they're
But
not
like
inside the same room.
they are, but it's just like there's something separating it a little bit so that people who don't want to do weed will still feel comfortable eating donuts.
Can I give you a suggestion as somebody who does weed?
Yeah.
If I'm in your store doing weed, I don't want to have to put in a second extra step to figure out how to get my donut. I want a one
No,
stop
no.
shop.
It's still selling the donuts on the side of the weed cafe. Like you will have a pad and you can order whatever the fuck you want and I will bring you your donuts. You don't have to move.
Oh, you're just like sitting like a smoking and non smoking section of a restaurant?
Well, no, they're like
Like
sitting
when
in
that
this
used to be a
separate
thing?
area and then you order and I bring you the stuff from the donut area. Because it's only a few steps away, but you don't have to move because you're
But you
high.
order it together.
Yeah,
You
you can
order
order
it.
it
Okay,
together.
okay, okay.
But like
All
if you
right, that
don't
will
want
work out.
donuts, you don't have to have donuts. If you don't want coffee, you don't have to have coffee and you could just get weed. But also people who
Oh,
just want donuts can just go to the donut side.
okay, okay. Yeah, that works.
Because I just want
Especially if somebody's
donuts.
bringing it to you.
Yeah.
You
Like
just want donuts?
the donut side is to go, but the weed side is I bring it to you.
Oh,
Like curbside. But you're sitting there.
um, that's pretty dope. Could you add cereal counter?
Um,
I would come
no.
there. Okay. Can I open a competing business in a different state?
Or you could just be on the other side with the cereal, and then you bring them the cereal, I bring them the donut. And then we could put the
No,
cereal on the donuts and
it needs to be a
collab.
cereal bar. Like, you know, where they have all those tubes, you like twist the thing and you get the cereal out.
You just said if you're smoking weed, you don't want to get up and do things.
This is like as you're up at the front and you're like ordering all of your stuff and you go up to the cereal bar and you make your cereal bowl and then you go sit down with your cereal and then you smoke your weed or you do
If
your
people are
weed.
people are putting like milk in it and shit, this is gonna be a whole mess.
Oh, I'd pay for that. A
Like you have
cereal
to eat
bar with
dry
like a whole bunch of
cereal.
milks. No, like different milk options and different cereal options. I'd pay for that. All right, I'm gonna open a cereal bar without the weed, just the cereal bar.
Okay. And can we do a collab and I put your cereal on the donuts?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'm not making cereal. It's just cereal you can buy at the store, though.
No,
It's
that's
not
fine.
special. I mean, the
We're
only way
just
I make it is by mixing them together. I like to do that.
we'll just call them something different and pretend like
Yeah, some cool like stoner names.
yeah.
We'll let the
Um
people who do weed name them.
yeah. That'll be fun. They have cool names.
Yeah, that'd be a cool place. I'd go there at least once.
The funny thing is at least once. Thanks.
No, I mean I'd go there and then once I liked it, I'd go again. But I mean, some places I wouldn't even like just by hearing about them, I wouldn't even want to try it out.
Yeah.
That's all I meant.
Okay. Well, I think the funny thing is that I want to open all this and it's like donuts are not good for you. And what I would also do with my money is invest in something that would like invest in research into making healthy food taste better. So you best believe that once this happens, I'm going to be making healthy donuts and they're going to be 100 calories or less.
Okay, well, don't fiber them up though.
Well, no, we don't want people shitting themselves while they're trying to smoke
Yeah.
weed.
That's something you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
Um, so one time when when I was younger, one of the times that I tried diets, you know, there's different types of diet fads. I air quoted for people not watching this. Um, and one time I was just on like a high fiber, high protein diet, and literally the only snack type food I had in my house was like those Fiber One brownie bar things.
Oh, God.
Well, you know, again, somebody who used to do a lot of weed. I had the munchies real bad, and all I had was those fiber bars, and I ate 6 of them one time.
Oh, my God.
Don't ever do that.
I had one and I could feel it.
Like, what if that is what triggered my IBS to finally be like, yes, this is a full-time problem in your life? Like, when I was younger, it wasn't prominent. Like, in my early 20s, it kind of like I got the onset of my symptoms, and that's when I kind of started becoming more of a factor. But then, like, what if that situation was just like threw my whole body off and it was like, no, you're fucked. This is your whole life now.
If that's the case, we need to sue Fiber One because that would be fucked up.
No offense, Fiber One. This isn't your fault. You
No.
probably didn't think that I would eat 6 of them.
They are really good though for like low calorie
Yeah.
fiber bars. They're really good.
And they taste good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys need to put a warning. Like, I'm the idiot that causes people to put stupid warnings. Don't eat all 6.
You'll either get IBS or just shit yourself.
Yeah, so that wasn't a great time. Something else I would do also if I won the lottery and had a lot of money, like as far as like the opening a business or having a business, I always wanted to have a bar. It has a specific name, but like I don't want to say it because that's like doxing, you know, because my other
Yeah.
businesses. Same first name of the bar or of my business, but pub, like bar, like PUB. I can't spell. I always, since I was a kid, wanted to have a bar like that, just like a little neighborhood dive bar, except for it would be clean. Because my favorite kind of bars are dive bars, but I don't like germs. No smoking, obviously, because smoking's gross. But just beer and wine only. It's just like one of those little places that you go with like Cheers. Like everybody knows you. There's no like drama in there. You just come, you have your fucking beers, you chill out. Everybody knows you. You like have a good time, and then you go home, and then like someone's like, "Hey, where's Sarah today? Sarah's not here," and then like they'll know that something's wrong because you didn't go that day. You know
I
what I
would
mean? Like
hate that so much.
Sarah's always here on Tuesdays. Like everybody knows you, and like I don't
Like,
know.
don't
I
think of
like that.
me. Don't think about me.
I just use your name as an example, but
I know.
I don't know. That's the kind of place I always wanted to have.
I think
So I'd
that'd
have
be
that.
cute and fun. I just wouldn't want to own it. I would go to it though.
Yeah.
I'll go hang
Like
out.
I would hang out there, but and own it, but I wouldn't be like working there.
Yeah.
Like I
I
would
don't
pay
even
other
know how to
people to
make
do the work.
drinks.
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be drinks. It's beer and wine.
Oh, you're not making
But
any
we'd have like
drinks?
no beer and wine. Like there would be some good beers or like craft beers, but then you'd have like your standards for like your everyday people who aren't for food and they just want to have like a Budweiser.
Can we have some
It's
sours?
yeah, sure. Do they come in a can?
Yeah. All the beers I
Yeah.
drink come in a can.
I'm just saying because I'd rather be a can than taps because tap beer you don't clean the tap right and you get
Ugh.
sick and I don't want that.
No,
So
those are
Budweiser, if
gross.
you want to sponsor my bar, hit me up on Twitter at the Child Official. We didn't plug Twitter at all in this episode.
We haven't. You should ask for like the craft beer places to sponsor us because they're more expensive and we need the money for that.
Yeah, craft beer places sponsor us too. Hit us up at Chillin' Child on Twitter.
Speaking of Twitter, I will pay for Twitter to have an edit button. If I won the lottery, I am paying for them to have an edit button.
Yeah, but can it be like when Facebook first had an edit button and it showed you that it was edited so you could see
Yeah.
what was changed? Because I think that's the reason that they don't have one is because like you might go on there and agree with it and then they change what they wrote to the opposite stance. So
Okay,
now you'll
well
be able to know.
the thing I had written here was Twitter to have an edit button before comments. If someone already commented on your tweet, you cannot edit it. You have to delete it and redo it. But
Okay.
if there are no comments, even if there's likes, if there's no comments, you can edit it.
Okay. Yeah. Because it keeps it safe for people who are like agreeing or showing that they agree with what you wrote and then for the
Yeah.
possibility to change your mind. Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
you said, show what the edit was.
Yeah. Um like can we're getting along on time. Can we rapid fire some ridiculous frivolous things we would buy?
Yeah. So
Like
one of the things I would do is if I go to like a concert or a show, I would buy all the tickets around me so that no one's sitting around me.
oh fuck yeah, that's really good.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
I like that. Yeah, I would buy a lot. I would buy tickets to a bunch of concerts I didn't even know and like close up, like the front seated one, so that people aren't in
Mhm.
front of me too. That would be good.
And so I could
Yeah,
stand without feeling bad. Like all the ones behind me, you're all gone. You're all on the side of me so that I am not
yeah.
obstructing your vision.
Could I pay? Could we go? Well, no, because you don't like him. But like, I like Harry Styles' voice, but I don't want to go to a Harry Styles concert because of the fans. Like, I would use my lotto money to somehow make that work to where I could see Harry Styles sing live without people around.
It would
But not
probably
just be the two of
cheaper.
us, because that'd be creepy.
Oh, I was gonna say it would probably be cheaper to have him like come to a party or something than to buy out a whole venue.
Yeah,
But I
I
don't
don't
know.
have enough friends for a party, but I don't want it to be just the two of us. That's creepy.
Just like 10 people. Just like be
Yeah,
like we're having a barbecue and Harry Styles just happens to be singing.
yeah, yeah. Because I don't want him to like stare out. Like I don't want to hang out with Harry Styles. No offense, Harry
Like
Styles.
one
It's
on
just
one, that'd be
not.
so weird.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person that wants to hang out with celebrities. Like I don't know you. I just want to
Yeah,
listen to
that's
your
super
voice
weird.
singing. Yeah, that's all. Um, I would also buy like probably a whole bunch of new pillows because I like to have like 15 pillows on my bed, and I would like some new fresh ones and maybe some new koozies for my koozie collection. Um, Maybe some new earrings. I
Well,
would
when
buy
you
the Tiffany
travel, buy
bean
koozies.
earrings. That's what I
Oh
do.
yeah. Those are so cute.
That's
Well, I'm just saying we'll
yeah,
travel more so you could buy more koozies. It's like a
yeah,
win-win.
yeah. That would work. That's my like my souvenir when I go places as a koozie.
Those bean things, just all of them from Tiffany, is so cute.
Yeah,
I'd definitely buy one of those.
I would also probably buy all of the ridiculous things on the Tiffany's website that you don't need for your house, that you couldn't imagine that people would actually buy. Like I'd buy some of those.
I'd probably buy out everything on like a fandom I like. I'm not a huge Tiffany fan, but I know you are. But
Yeah,
I'd probably buy like anything from like every item from something I really like. Like you like Tiffany, so I'd probably
yeah,
pick like a fandom or like someone, even someone I could support and just like buy out their store.
yeah. Somebody who wasn't already like a millionaire.
Yeah. Oh, I'd invest in like a bullet train situation. So like I get really sick when I take airplanes. So I want bullet trains because I feel like they would make me less sick and they go fast. So I don't want to take a train that take like 34 hours to get somewhere. I want to take like 4
Yeah, yeah, because trains take forever.
forever.
Ooh, I would also get new glasses and probably new contacts, like on a regular basis instead of skipping a rotation like I do
Yeah,
now, and which isn't good for my migraines, but you know.
definitely not. I'd probably do
And
some things like ocean wise, like learn to surf or scuba dive and go like whale watching, stuff that rich people do.
I'd go whale watching, but I don't want to do stuff that involves me going in the water because like snorkeling, I've done it. I don't like it. I don't like
Oh,
being. I like being on top of the water. I love sailing. Maybe I'd buy a sailboat. My cousins live on a sailing yacht, and it's like when we go sailing, I love it. Maybe I'd buy my own.
hate boating.
I would not live on it though.
I would buy like maybe a yacht just to have fun on, but I don't know. I don't like small boats and I don't like yachts either. I don't know why I would buy one. Like big boats also make me sick. I went on a cruise and I was sick for like 3 days.
Oh, you need to get like a seasick implant in your body.
I know. I wish that was a thing I could do. Maybe if I was
Big
rich.
boats make me sick. Can you write a rap about that? Because that's all I thought
Yeah.
when you said big boats make me sick.
I
Make it
think
into a internet sensation.
I can't rap. I think the last thing I have on my list is just to work wherever I want. Like I don't want to stop working just because I feel like some things are super fun and I don't want to like get bored or you could only travel so much before it's like, all right, I need to chill for a minute. And I
Yeah,
think just working wherever I want, I can not care about what my boss says, but also I could get like socialization, I could just do fun shit or even volunteer places. Like just to have some socializing and
yeah.
doing what I want.
Maybe you could do like when you traveled, like go there for like a few months at a time, and then you could get like a 1 day a week job at some place wherever you travel.
That'd be cool. And then maybe they'll sponsor like a visa and stuff
Yeah.
just to
I'd
stay
also
for a
get
little bit.
I'd get a crap ton more tattoos.
Oh yeah, tattoos. I forgot
Um,
about tattoos.
yeah, spend a lot of money on those because they're expensive for good ones.
So what kind of tattoo would you get? I just really want to know. Like your first tattoo.
Oh my god, I have like a whole list of them. I want to get um
Just like what's the
the
very first one you would get?
fuck, I don't know. I have like a
Oh,
whole list. I can never think without looking. I have to list them. What would you get? Tell me what you would get.
well, I would get a whole Galaxy half sleeve. And that one's probably going to be like 4 grand.
Oh,
So
yeah,
because the colors I want to use are like those super bright. I don't want it to be dark or anything. I want them to be like, obviously, since it's a galaxy, it's going to be kind of dark because sky, dark, whatever. But
yeah.
like when they make the planets and like all the, why can't I think of words? The
Like
shit
the
floating through
constellations and
space.
shit,
Yeah, I want those
stars.
all to
Yeah,
be super colorful.
yeah.
So like, I don't want to do a full sleeve. I just want to do this part and like maybe a little down. Oh, you could see my farmer's stand. Goodbye. Maybe a little past the elbow, but like I don't want it to go all the way down, but it's still going to be super fucking expensive.
Just your upper arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get my fall this arm finish, which I mean, when I say finish, it literally only has this one thing. But I have a whole design for this side that's all like fall stuff. It's like fall leaves and like this cute fox that's not really fall, but it just matches the color scheme. And like some these pumpkins and a scene from It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Um, that's like the whole design drawing I have for like this arm.
That'd
Um,
be fun.
yeah, and I want to get like there's just like so much stuff, and I can never narrow down what I want. Like I want to get a tattoo of like this drawing that my niece made, but it's really just like scribbles because like she just turned 2, so it's just like a matter of like putting that into where you could get that on your body. Plus all these stupid fandom ones that you already know about, but like those probably wouldn't be priorities. But I mean, if I had so much money, I could just get whatever. I want to get this tattoo with my cousin Katie. Shout out to Katie.
Oh, what
She
up, Katie?
actually,
I don't know you.
yeah, she gave me one of my tattoos that I have. It
That's
was the
cool.
third tattoo she ever gave. The first one was her boyfriend, and the second one was her sister, who I have matching tattoo with. So we have those. And honestly, like I've had it. I got it in 2014, and the color on it is better than tattoos that I have gotten from professional tattoo artists. Like she did a really good job, but for some reason she just lost interest and didn't continue learning how to like be a tattoo artist, I guess. But
It
anyway, so
happens.
she wants to get like we saw it off of another design, and it's because I love puns, and then like obviously I'm into flowers. It's it says what incarnation instead of like what incarnation, but it's a carnation, but it had like the head of a carnation in the one that she saw, and then in the stem it said what incarnation, but we're just going to get a carnation and put the word what in it because that's much like I don't know, I feel that's better than writing out the whole phrase what incarnation. Like
Wait, can it
it's
have a cowboy hat
literally
on?
yeah. Fuck yeah, let me add that to I literally have that written down in my notes. I'm gonna put that on here. Like I have all of these, so I'm gonna put
That'd be
wearing a cowboy hat.
hilarious. Because then it'll really seal the pun deal.
Yeah. Or maybe it'll be inside a cowboy hat or on a cowboy hat or something to do with the cowboy hat.
Or like spurs on the side of the
Yeah.
carnation.
Yeah.
There's so many options.
Yeah, but
I
I don't know.
feel
There's just like so many stupid ones.
like if I had the amount of money, because tattoos are obviously super fucking expensive, if I could just tattoo my whole body, I would feel better about picking tattoos because I feel like there's so much more to work with and I don't have to like pick and choose what I can afford right now.
Yeah.
So I could
If
just do whatever.
if like we won like, hundreds of millions of dollars and we weren't spending it all on all of these other things, we could just do whatever. Or if we weren't set aside like $100,000 just for tattoos, like there'd be so much more stuff I'd want to get.
I feel like 50,000 would even be enough.
Just like ridiculous. I mean, well, like this one here was $400,
Well,
not
yeah,
counting the
I'm
tip.
thinking the Galaxy one would probably be like
Yeah,
a couple grand at least, and then obviously
yeah,
tip.
yeah.
I would probably do
So
100% tip, so yeah, it could probably get really
yeah.
expensive.
Well, I do this thing where I go in to get one tattoo and I always leave with two.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know how it happens, but it just keeps happening. So yeah, I feel like whatever I
I
pick out,
get
I'd
that.
probably double it. But even like my arms, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna get my arms tattooed. And then I was like, I'm gonna get my arms tattooed. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do this part. And I'm like, nope, I got more. And now I'm like, I need to fill in like the section between. I can't get my arm to turn that way, but like the section here, like between this, it needs to fill in, but I don't know how to fill it in. I don't want to just be like a solid color, but I need it to match the theme because on my arms everything is sectioned in themes. The rest of my
Could you
body is
do
so fucking sporadic.
could you do like vines? More vines?
Yeah, I probably could add vines.
I think that would be nice in the
Well,
little
like this part of my
alleyway.
arm is all the inner part of my arm is all dead animals.
I mean, you could put vines with like birth dates or something in them.
Yeah, just fill it in with other dead animals. I mean, I have some other
Yeah,
pets that have died. I could just like
that's true.
distribute them. Just fill it in with like turtles and birds.
Yeah, there you go. All I have
my
is
other
one
dead pets.
tattoo, and the color of it has completely left the building. Um, I'm pretty sure the color, I can't see the tattoo, so I have no fucking idea what it looks like.
I've never seen it. I don't even know what it is.
Um, Probably 99% of the people I know don't know what it looks like, and it's not because on purpose, like I will show anybody, I don't care. It's just I forget about it
Yeah.
and that it's even there because it's behind my ear. And I'm almost positive, like a couple days after I got it, the color was gone already.
Oh, jeez.
And it was a shitty, creepy back alley tattoo place in the middle of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
That sounds sketchy
And
as fuck. You just said the word
it was
Fort
so
Lauderdale and
sketchy.
it's sketchy.
Exactly. And it was only $100, but it's small, so that was like the minimum or whatever. Um, and
The
it
shop
looks,
minimum was $100 and it was a sketch ass place.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't
Damn.
sketchy. Like when you went inside of it, it looked pretty nice and like they had the nice
Mm.
chairs and like they had a good portfolio. I don't know, but it was like the outskirts of Fort Lauderdale. Like we were walking around, it was like an industrial type area. And it was just you walk down this alley and there it was. So we passed it and we're like, fuck it, let's get tattoos, whatever. Could have gone to anywhere else in Fort Lauderdale, but we went to the
Yeah.
sketchy alleyway. I don't know. It was bad. And my friend's tattoo that she just got a black one. And it's like a rosary around her foot. And I'm not going to say that it's the greatest looking tattoo I've ever seen, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just mine had like, I want vibrant colors in all my tattoos because I'm like Lisa Frank. And they put the vibrant colors in, and I'm pretty sure that's why. They just didn't know how to do it correctly.
Mm.
So if it was black and white, it probably wouldn't have been so terrible, but it's terrible. Well, that's all I had. Do you have any more?
I don't think I have any more because, like I said, I didn't prepare for this. I prepared for a different one. So, like some of the stuff you said, it really like made me think of it. But I do want to check in from last week about my mustache. It's unrelated to the episode, but if you were listening to last week's episode, what was the topic last week?
Myths.
Myths. I was talking about growing my mustache. That we recorded that about 2 weeks ago, and I just wanted to say that I am proud to say that I did not. I did not tweeze or wax my mustache. So yeah, it's growing. And I went to a funeral 2 days ago, and the only
Did
thing
anyone
I could
notice?
think about, nobody noticed. Well, nobody said anything.
Said anything, yeah.
And I like tried to not get like right up by people, but like the son of the person who died, obviously, like I couldn't not hug him. And so I feel like he probably saw it and just wasn't gonna be like, hey, nice mustache.
At a funeral,
But,
yeah, maybe not.
yeah. So I asked my sister, and she said she couldn't see it until I pointed it out, but she might have just been being nice. I'm not sure. But
Well, when you
so
were
it's
doing
still
like
hanging in strong.
Snapchats and stuff, it was
Yeah.
hard to see until you got like real close.
Yeah. So it's hanging in strong. I got like 8-ish more days, a couple more than that left of the month, and then I'm gonna wax this bitch. I think.
Maybe we'll do another update if you still have it before
Yeah, if I
the
still
next
have
time.
it, the next recording, I'll do an update. Maybe I'll film my waxing. I won't. I won't do that. The chick that
That would
does
be
my waxing would be
amazing.
like, "What?" I mean, like I might snap it to you, but I'm not gonna film it for like Twitter because I don't think the chick that does my mustache would want to be on video for that.
Yeah, that's fair. If they don't want to, you can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But,
tell us
that's
if
it.
you. What is our thing at Chillin' Child? I always forget the Twitter tag.
Twitter's at Chillin' Child. Yeah, at Chillin' Child.
Just use that one. Tell us what you would do if you won the lottery. I'm sure there's a million more things that we could come up with, but these are probably like top of the head, what we would want right away. And
Yeah, I mean, like I thought of mine in like 2 minutes. So except for like obviously Terrace House, I've been planning out for years, but the rest of them were off the cuff. Yeah.
Tell us if you're also growing a mustache. Let us know how that's going.
Yes, but because then I was like, maybe I'll keep it for No Shave November, but I have a lot of stuff going on before November that I don't want a mustache for. So maybe I'll give it a shot again in November. But in the meantime, I'm getting ready to head out to go to a concert. So sorry to cut it short, everyone.
It's probably not short. We'll see.
I didn't buy out all the tickets though. I did get it for free.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
At least if it's free, I could deal with people, but if I'm paying tons of money, like, I don't want to deal with other people. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.